Hi, I'm Colin Bartie and welcome to the Captain's Vlog. Okie doke, here we are at Captain's Vlog once again at the Captain's Bar in South College Street, and today I'm privileged to have Sam Gillespie with me today, a singer-songwriter. Tell us a bit about yourself.
I'm from Northumberland originally, and
That's the north of England, is it?
That's right, yeah, the northeast. I still get down there a lot to Northumberland. My folks still live there.
Yeah.
So I live here in the west end of Edinburgh, but I still down in Northumberland a lot. And I think somehow like Northumberland still kind of informs my music, you know.
There's a strong folk tradition there, isn't there?
There is, yeah. There is a strong folk tradition. And it's still thriving.
Good.
There's a lot of young folk playing the music down in Northumberland now. I'm from a village called Wall, which is just down the valley from Wark, where Catherine Tickell's from. You might know the piper Catherine Tickell.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's kind of the North Tyne Valley. Yeah.
And your songs, are they written about that area, or?
I have some songs that I think are kind of inspired by it. Yeah. And I think its spirit somehow suffuses songs that are not even necessarily directly about it. You know, about it. As I was walking along Radcliffe Highway, a recruiting party came beating my way. They enlisted me and treated me till I did not know. And to the Queen's barracks they forced me to go. When first I deserted, I thought myself free, until my cruel comrades informed against me. I was swiftly followed after and brought back with speed, handcuffed and guarded, heavy irons put on me. Court martial, they held against me, and the sentence passed upon me, 303. May the Lord have mercy on them for all their sad cruelty, for now the Queen's duty lies heavy on me. That's right, yeah. So I thought I'd sing one traditional and one kind of original, because in the Captains I tend to do a mixture, you know. So the first song I sang today was, it was kind of an amalgamation of two things. It's like a tune at the start, which I think it might be a Northumbrian tune, and I should know the name of it, but I don't. But I learned it from a recording of Willie Taylor, who's a Northumbrian fiddler. Right. So the piece starts with this tune and then goes into a traditional song called The Deserter. I guess it's an English song from, it mentions the Queen, so it'll be Queen Victoria that it's talking about. And it's a song I first heard from Legion Leaf, the Fairport Convention album. Well, obviously their version's very different.
I know that
But I always loved the song. You know, it tells the story of someone who's press ganged into the army, and then they escape one time. They get sold out by their comrades, captured, sort of sentenced to death. They escape again, you know, desert, and then the same happens. They get sold out and brought back and tried and sentenced. And in the traditional version, or the one that I knew from Fairport, the Prince Albert comes along and he releases the soldier, and then the soldier says, "Okay, great. I'm going to be a good soldier for the Queen. So I thought that was I never liked that ending, I thought it was a great song with a bad ending. I wrote an extra verse where he escapes again and he finally gets away and sort of attains his liberty, free from the army.
No.
Yeah, that's it.
Nothing to do with the prince.
No, exactly. Yeah. Which I kind of like, because I keep the verse in about the prince, so it kind of makes his final escape even more cheeky, because the establishments come sort of set him free as long as he plays ball, but he doesn't play ball, he gets away again. Yeah. When next I deserted, I thought myself free, until my cruel sweetheart informed against me. I was swiftly followed after and brought back with speed, handcuffed and guarded, heavy hands put on me. Court-martial, then swiftly was got, and the sentence passed upon me that I was to be shot. May the Lord have mercy on them for all their sad cruelty, for now the Queen's duty lies heavy on me. Then up rode Prince Albert in his carriage and six, saying, where is that young man whose coffin is fit? Set him free from his hands and let him go free, for he'll make a good soldier for his Queen and country. When last I deserted, I found myself free, rolling boldly over that open country. May the Lord have mercy on them for all their sad cruelty, for now the Queen's duty lies not upon me. May the Lord have mercy on them for all their sad cruelty, for now the Queen's duty lies not upon me.
I believe you've got an album coming out soon. Or
That's
CD,
right.
yeah.
The album's called The Fell, and I've done it with my brother. We play as the Brothers Gillespie.
Yeah.
And The Fell, actually, at least partly it refers to the fell in Wall. Wall Fell is the hill in our village.
Yeah.
And it's kind of been one of the great long-running features of our life, going up this hill,
and
communicating with nature up there, and it's a magical place. So we've named it in honor of this hill in Wall.
Fabulous, yeah. Okay, and have you done any of the Munros in Scotland? Have you been hill walking?
I haven't done that much walking here, which is bad, because I love walking up hills. But I don't have a car yet. I'm actually learning to drive, so it kind of slightly prescribes where you can get to.
Yeah.
But I do love getting out walking.
Yeah. And the captains, you come and play in the captains what night? If somebody wanted to come and hear you, what night should they come in?
Well, I'm here on a Wednesday afternoon.
Afternoon, right.
Which is lovely, because it's usually a little bit quieter than it is at night. You can hear the songs, and it's a lovely session. So it's always nice to see more people down here. So yeah, if there's any kind of folk musicians out there thinking what to do on a Wednesday afternoon, get down to the Wednesday afternoon session, 3 till 6.
Yeah. And the songs you gave us today, are they on the album, or?
Actually, the second one is that one I wrote called the Banks of the Liffey. The first one isn't on there, but that second one's on there.
The Banks of the Liffey, that's Dublin, is it?
That's Dublin, yeah. So the story of that song is, kind of part of the story of the song is a trip I took long ago when I was at school with a friend of mine to Dublin, and we fell asleep by the Liffey, and it was one of those kind of memorable times of adventure and kind of openness, and sort of like the youthful, exuberant kind of feeling. Also, it's maybe kind of addressing this feeling of you're growing up, you're young, and the culture isn't really providing what you're longing for. You know, it's not answering your thirst.
Thirst, yeah, experience and knowledge.
Aye, and it seems almost like maybe the kind of cultural establishment has abdicated its role of transmitting wisdom to the youth. You know, it's become lost itself. So it's some of the lines are addressing that kind of feeling and finding in your own peers, in your comrades, in your heart friends, you know, finding something of that truthfulness that you're seeking, you know, and something of that kind of grit that you're seeking. So yeah, there's lines in there that I suppose are kind of addressed to my heart friends, you know.
That time.
Yeah, so that's really the dream of that song. I think it's quite an optimistic song in a way. I mean, I don't know if all my songs are that optimistic, but some of them are.
It reminds me a bit of a short story by Dylan Thomas.
Nice.
Similar,
Okay.
you know, it's a coming of age thing.
Yeah, cool. Nice. What's the name of that one?
Oh, I can't remember the name of the
I'll
song.
have to look it up. I love Dylan Thomas.
Yeah.
I really love him.
It's a short collection of short stories. He didn't do many short stories, but it's one of the ones he did. I think he did it on radio.
Oh, great.
I'll find out and let you know what the name of the story was. But yeah, it was great.
Lovely.
Good.
Yeah. Well, if I'd had more time, you know, I'd love to sing you some more songs.
Yeah.
Another time, but
I'll be back on the Wednesday.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Cheers, man. Thanks very much. Cheers.
Excellent.
Thanks.
Down in the valley of endless reflections, longing and striving and hitting the booze. Mostly time passes in idle distractions. Then you wake up and your heart is singing anew. You rise up so hungry, you long for an answer. They force you to school and you learn from the stars. You know there's a place where your soul is a-dancing, but in the wasteland, well, it seems very far. Grown ones have fled, the fountain is silent, lonely and fearful, you tried to be free. In a system so blithely boring and violent, you turn to your comrades, come sweet comrades, let us roll o'er the sea, and we'll fall asleep by the banks of the Liffey. We'll carry our glasses down from the bar. I could rove anywhere, but won't you come with me, world, and dream our but one. World, and dream our but one. Evening is falling in violet and gold. Through sunlight and storm I will follow the breeze. My home's in my heart, and I long to behold fair distant lands where they lie, oh, the sea. And a glass I will raise to you fine lads and lasses, the beautiful visions that brighten the way, to the music that stirs in the whispering grasses. Warm summer's night, and the long golden day, and we'll fall asleep by the banks of the Liffey. We'll carry our glasses down from the bar. I could rove anywhere, but won't you come with me, world, and dream of it one. World, and dream of it one. World, and dream of it one. Come sit by the smouldering glow of the embers, Hear those voices that rise up in song. We won't drink to forget, we'll drink to remember the world and the dream, world and the dream. Ah, but one, and I have a love, a child of the ocean. Wherever I am, know she will be. We sail the seas, she is my blood's motion. Wherever I roam, wherever I roam, she's my pearl and my dream. And we'll fall asleep by the banks of the Liffey. We'll carry our glasses down from the bar. I could rove anywhere, won't you come with me? World and dream of but one. World and dream of but one. We'll fall asleep by the banks of the Liffey. We'll carry our glasses down from the bar. I could rove anywhere, won't you come with me? World and dream of but one. World and dream of but one.